Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. Man, fuck poverty. Get this money, man. The fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil back in here.
And I'm Leroy. So what's going on, Phil?
What's up, man? Ain't nothing. Just dealing with this damn crazy computer in my house.
Yeah, we got a little scathing Reddit message about Phil's audio last week. But it sounds better than I can't really tell when we doing it. I can't really tell how it sounds.
But then you play it back, you listen, so you should know.
Yeah, but it's too late then.
It's all your fault anyway.
No, it's not. How?
Because I told you we better off just meeting up and doing it. That way we use your equipment. We're in the same room. We ain't got to deal with all this technical difficulties.
Well, I have to sacrifice for everybody in the Phil and Leroy Judgmental Podcast fans. I have to sacrifice with the window shut and no air conditioner on because the air conditioner will be right next to me and it'll be buzzing. So I have no fan on, no air conditioner, and the window shut for the outside noise. So you still want to meet up?
I told you be living like in Africa over there.
Right.
I mean, shit, you're only 10 minutes from my crib, so you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It just sound much better when we together than online, and we don't got to deal with all this shit.
Well, from now on, I'll use the Zencaster with the soundboard. That because you sound so much better on there.
All right,
but we'll try it.
I don't understand why Skype keep defaulting back to the other microphone, and then earlier it didn't default to anything. I just couldn't hear, I couldn't speak, I couldn't do anything.
Right. Oh, that's another thing, Judgmental Podcast fans. We was on here for like an hour and 20 minutes trying to get this right. So we do it all for y'all. So if when the check come with this, then it will deserve it. Well, we have another viral video. We had three viral videos in a row that we talked about. Oh, there's another viral video too about the guy took the girl to Margiano's with her friends, and she was howling at him about not paying for her friends.
I didn't watch it. I know what you're talking about, but I didn't watch it. I read about it.
Yeah, that's fake too. That's fake too, because there's no way in the world nobody's going to sit around and argue about that. I'm like, look, I'm not paying for them, and that's that. And you pay your own way. First of all, you come out the house, you should have some money in your pocket. You come out of the house.
How you meeting up with somebody with all these friends and he don't know nothing about it, and you expect him to pay?
Exactly. And then talking about how she don't want a broke nigga and all that stuff. And they're just like standing there, just like he's just standing there just arguing. Nobody's going to argue.
You said
like
it's fake?
Yeah, it's fake because of the dialogue. It's too much dialogue going on. And then everybody just he ha 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 ha, just sitting around looking. After the dinner, they went outside and say, "Hey, look, y'all want to go viral? Let's do such and such." And another thing, the logic is out of control too, because okay, you don't want a broke nigga, right? So you want him to pay for your friends for to eat, and at the end of the day, he might not have any money left. So why would you want a man to pay for your friend's stuff and he can't get you anything?
That's because she want a broke man at her expense. Long as he broke because he's spending on her, he cool.
Yeah, but she wanted to spend on her friends.
That's what I mean, her and her friends.
Oh, her friends is including too. So he got to pay for her and her friends when they do stuff.
And that shows he's not broke, and then he really is broke. But this is who you want because you're emptying his pockets on some bullshit.
Oh, okay. Well, they're young, and hopefully she'll get out of that phase because that doesn't exist in the real world. Like I'm supposed to pay now. If my girl go out or something like that, now I give you money, but don't make you. What makes you think that I'm gonna give your friends money too?
If you brought, if I knew ahead of time we was meeting up with one of your friends, keyword one, I'll pay the bill. I'll pay for the drinks or whatever. But now you bring a whole gang of girls and I didn't know nothing about it. Shit, this is every man for themselves. You might be for yourself too.
Yep. Well, in this viral video, we have a man talking about what his woman did for him when he didn't have any money. Here's the video. Well, here's the audio for everyone that's listening.
We were girlfriend, boyfriend, maybe about a year into your graduate school, I lost my job. I had always had jobs, internships and stuff, so I never had to go without.
And he's a provider. Like, that's just who he is by nature. He's a person who, if we go out for drinks, he's going to slap his card on the bar and pay for everyone's drinks. So
that's why he ain't have any money.
That's the same thing. You want to be Mr. Flossin when times get hard, then you ain't got nothing to fall back on.
Be able to do that was taking a toll on.
Okay, so did he have, when he lost his job, did he have money or just didn't have money to be paying?
No, he had no money. He was flat broke.
Okay.
Because he spent it all flossing when he did have it.
Me up, so I was like becoming a very angry, different person in that point in time. I'm running out of money. She wants to go on double date with one of her colleagues or one of her classmates. And I'm like, no, like, let's eat this Jimmy John's this weekend. Like, I'm just chilling. It's like, no, her boyfriend's coming to town. We're going out. And if you ever met this one before, she can be very much decisive and you don't have much say in it. So we go out. I'm just seeing them order up the menu. You know, we out with your friend. Get drinks. I'll have the water, lemon, please. And I'm just like, counting up, because I'm like, oh my God, what are we gonna do when this bill comes? That's all I could think about the entire time. I look down and I see that I had a text from her. It was like, yo, check your account. And I saw that she had quick paid me money to cover the meal so I could pull out my card as opposed to her, you know, pulling out hers. And I was just like, that's crazy, bro. Like that right there, I said, when I get my life together, I'm marrying you. You don't have to think, I'm marrying you because you freaking get it, bro. You with me, what was the most humiliating moments of my life, just like,
well, shit, why go? If it was humiliating, don't go. And what's wrong? That's her friends. What's wrong with her fucking paying? That's not his friends. That was hers.
She wouldn't let me lose hope.
Oh my goodness.
That's her friend. That's not his friend. Shit. I don't know wrong with like, well, here, look, since y'all in my town or whatever, I'll just pay for everything. That's all she had to say.
So for him, first off, he's a clown, a major clown, for going that route where your girl got to sneak and put money on your card just to, I don't know, to swell your chest up and make you feel good.
Right.
Then you're a clown because you sitting there drinking water and not enjoying the night. You should have told your girl from the door, I'm broke. And if she says she got it, then you should be cool. You should be able to order what you want.
Right.
And for him, he feel like a sucker because if his girl pull out a card, like my wife pulls out the card all the time when we go out to dinner. Sometimes I pull it out, sometimes she pulls it. It's no big deal. We together.
Okay, they weren't married at the time.
But they together. How long they been together? He talking about marrying her and he broke, so he probably moved in with her. So that makes him a sucker number 2 anyway.
Right. Exactly. And what's wrong with that's her friends. Now, if it was all she was hanging around with all his friends and their girls or something like that, that's another story. But that's her friend. So why she can't just say, well, hey, look, since you in my town or we met up, look, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with her saying that? That wouldn't make me feel less of a man that my girl did that because that's her friends. I don't know them.
That's why I said he a sucker, because he had to go this sneaky route and then she put money on his card. Then he slammed his car like he big boss hog and he ain't got a penny to his name. He fronting. Talking about, I'm gonna marry this girl when I get my life together. Well, you shouldn't even have a girlfriend if you ain't got your life together.
Well, yeah, because, you know, when we go out, I pay for everybody. Like, look, here you go. Now you married now, you know not to be paying for everybody's shit.
That dude is a clown.
Twitter was back and forth on this one. Of course, you know, the ladies don't want no broke man, and the men really didn't see anything wrong with it. Some of the ladies weren't like that, though, by the way. I'm not going to put that all on the ladies, but yeah. Some of them was like, they agree with it, and the other ones was like, oh no, I couldn't do anything like that. I
would feel ashamed if my girl have to send me money on a sneak tip at the dinner because I can't afford it.
Right.
Like, if it's that serious, just put your card up there and pay for it.
Well, here's the kicker, Philip. Why they didn't work this out before they got there?
Well, ain't that what I said? I said, you should have told your girl, look, I'm broke, I can't afford this. And then she said, don't worry about it, I got it. So now you can drink what you want to drink and eat what you need to drink. You know what I mean? He's sitting there dogging all the bread and drinking water, lemon water.
Or when I say why they ain't do this ahead of time, or I see what you trying to say, but let's just say she wanted to do the transfer of money thing. But look, I'm a transfer what $200 or something, or $150 in your account before they
Right.
even get there. So he already know, like she put it in my account. Then I can feel like the King Kunta and slap my card on the table.
Yeah, he's a clown.
Well, yeah, that's our new segment on the Film Viewer Judgmental podcast, viral videos. What's real and what's not. That was Black Love too, by the way. And you believe in Black Love, so what you mean? How he a clown? That's Black Love there.
You won't see me slamming my card on any table paying for everybody anything.
Well, Philip, here's another one of our segments. Oh, by the way, there were a lot of comments. Well, a lot mean like 2 or 3. A whole lot of people like the the TikTok on last week's Street Entrepreneur with the young lady. Is it Romika? I think her name was Romika. The lady in Houston. And you know how we said that would you let this lady fix your credit with that damn tattoo going down her leg? One of the guys said, hell no.
It's obvious what's going on here. Like, come on now. Does she look like somebody that knows her taxes and shit?
Well, she cleared it up for you. So what now you stereotyping? What makes you think that because she got tattoos running down her leg that she don't know nothing about credit?
No. What I'm saying is, if I saw her and I went to her, I already know what it's hitting for. Like,
so,
this ain't
whoa,
no legit
now you
thing.
stereotyping.
No. I still would probably went to her if I'm fucked up like that. You know what I mean? And I ain't got no money to really fix my shit. I can throw her a couple dollars and get my shit fixed. That's just like I was telling you before when I used to go up to the house and get registration and car insurance and all this. Regular old house fucking dude hooking it up. I knew what it was hitting for. So if I got jammed up, it is what it is because I knew what I was doing. But it was cheaper than going to the fucking DMV and doing all that shit.
Right. So you stereotyped again. Just because she got tattoos running down her leg, you already know there's some shit going on?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, it can't be. No.
I mean, a professional can have that, but they wouldn't floss that on their fucking web page.
Yeah. Well, I told you about my cousin that's the real estate agent, and I tried to message her on Instagram so she can join in with us and talk about real estate and shit. She has a tattoo on her neck, and she always covers it, and she always say that was like a big mistake putting that tattoo on her neck like that.
Yeah, because it gives out the wrong impression of you when you meeting people and shit.
Right. This week's Street Entrepreneur, Newman, Georgia. We have a 28-year-old former Amazon employee, Markece Rhines, is accused of stealing more than $100,000 in merchandise from the warehouses. Here's the report.
Deputies have arrested a former Amazon worker and accused him of stealing more than $100,000 in merchandise.
Authorities say the merchandise came from the company's warehouses across the Southeast, including right here in Metro Atlanta. Fox 5's Doug Evans has those details.
Markece Rhines is accused of stealing more than $300,000 worth of merchandise.
Well, it said 100,000 in the report.
Jump.
Yeah, it said 100,000 in the news report, and now in this video it says it's $300,000.
Merchandise.
That's what Amazon can get more money back from their insurance.
Right. Did you see? You haven't seen the Amazon distribution center on Elmwood Avenue, did you?
No, I remember when they was building it, but I don't really go around there, so I haven't, been back to see it.
It looks just like this, except it's a little smaller. But well, we'll see how he did this.
From the Amazon distribution center right here in Noonan.
Yeah, that thing is gigantic.
Coweta County. If you've never seen one of these warehouses, they are huge. An investigator here with the Coweta County Sheriff's Office says Rhines knows how to navigate the big building, how to get in, how to get out. And while doing that, he's accused of stealing tens of thousands.
And he's accused, but they got pictures of him putting the stuff.
I mean, you work there. You don't know where the camera's at?
No, he don't work there. So what he did is he used to work for Amazon. So
Okay.
Like how I talked about that the Amazon plant on Inwood Avenue looks just like that, but except it's much smaller. So I'm pretty sure they all like look the same and everything. So he knew where everything is because he worked there before. But no, he didn't work at that plant.
So how was he able to just? I don't understand how he can just get in and get what he wants. Like
they'll
the back door or something.
They'll get into that.
Worth of Apple products and other electronics, not just here in Coweta County, but also in Alabama.
See, he was going everywhere doing the same shit.
You don't know
and Mississippi.
This individual is a past employee of Amazon. He worked back there in 2020 at an Amazon distribution center. Once he's inside, he's comfortable. He starts talking to other employees. He starts talking to management. He walks in the break room. He grabs a little handheld device for one of the scanners.
My boy. He was like, "Hey, Pat, how you doing? How's the baby?" "Oh, yeah, the baby's doing fine." "Hey, Steve, how's that game last night?"
They know he got fired or quit?
No, they didn't know him at all. Because remember, he was going to different places.
Oh, okay.
How's that game? Oh, yeah, let me go in the break room. Shit, is that coffee ready? And they like, yeah, but who the fuck is this? And he just like talking to him and everything. "Man, that game last night, oh shit."
And just starts going down each aisle.
And like, "Excuse me, who are you?" "Oh no, I'm from the day shift, but I switched to the night shift. So, you wouldn't really know me."
Of Amazon.
And look at him, scared and shit. Like he know what he's doing.
Looking for that good shit.
On just picking up items and putting them in the bins.
Investigators say Markece Ryans is 28 years old. He's under arrest in Alabama and will eventually be extradited to Georgia. He's accused of stealing over $100,000 worth of merchandise.
Now, first it was $300,000. Now it's $100,000 back.
They back and forth with the money.
Amazon.
Look at him at the back door and shit.
Distribution centers in Huntsville, Alabama, Horn Lake, and Olive Branch, Mississippi, as well as right here in Noonan.
He is a got to be a truck or something to pick this stuff up. How people just allow him to roll with a cart full of shit out the side door?
He probably snuck and did that one.
Why ain't just stop at 30, 50,000 and open up a small little store or something?
Because now what's gonna happen? What happens with the re-up?
Huh?
You just gonna say the hell with the re-up, huh? And just collect a little bit of
that little 50,000. You go clean with that, man. Get you a little store or something.
Get you a store doing what?
I don't know, selling fucking little poppies or something. You can get a Popeyes restaurant. You do all type of stuff with $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to keep getting all caught till you get 100,000 or 300,000, whatever he took. That's greedy.
Thefts at Amazon distribution centers in Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee, according to authorities.
And we're still getting more tips in of where other incidents have happened at Amazon warehouses.
Since hitting this Amazon distribution center right here in Noonan, investigators tell me that Amazon has tightened up security, especially when it comes to how former employees get in the building. I'm Doug Evans, Fox 5 News in Coweta County.
Yeah, like damn, that game was good last night, wasn't it? Like, yeah, that game sure was good. That motherfucker nobody even know who he was and shit. Just put it there, just start scanning the iPhones and iPads and put it right in this right in that car.
I bet you there was not no brothers over there that he was busting it up with. Because we be on that shit. Yo, as soon as he walk out to him, yo, who the fuck was that? You know that boy? No, I don't know that boy.
Mm-hmm.
But they be like, hey, and don't even say nothing.
Well, a little sports for us. The score.com ranked the 10 best offseason moves for the NFL in 2022. I'll go from 10 to 1. Okay, 10, you got the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals signed a lot for their offensive line. They signed the tight end.
That's good for the young quarterback.
Yes. Number 9 is New Orleans Saints. They got a wide receiver, Jarvis Landry. You got Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they signed Andy Dalton and James Wilson. They signed Andy Dalton. They re-signed James Wilson. Andy Dalton's there just in case James fucks up and get injured. That's who's going to be the quarterback for the team. Number 8, the New York Jets. The New York Jets got a mixture of. Looks like they worked more on their defense. Number 7 in the Indianapolis Colts. Of course, you know they got Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was with the trade with Carson Wentz, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they traded Carson Wentz first, then they picked up Matt Ryan. That's
Okay.
not a good move. Matt Ryan is washed.
Yes, but they have him as number 7. Well,
that's way too high for them.
Yeah, yes, it is. Yes. Number 6 is the Las Vegas Raiders. Of course, you know they got Devontae, they got Chandler Jones. Number 6 is a good one. Number 5 is the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, you know we got AJ Brown, and we got a whole bunch of defensive people with drafting and signing.
2 linebackers, the big guy, defensive tackle. We should be higher on that list, and so should Oakland.
We got 4, the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens got a lot of defensive help. They got a safety, Marcus Williams. They got a cornerback, Kyle Fuller, defensive lineman, linebacker, another safety, and another linebacker. So they drafted that linebacker, David Ojabo. Number 3, the Miami Dolphins. Of course, you know they got Tyreek Hill, Cedric Wilson. Let me see. They got a lot. They got 3 running backs, 1 fullback. I didn't know you people still sign fullbacks. Defensive lineman they re-signed, and they signed offensive lineman Connor Williams. Number 2, the Denver Broncos. Of course, you know they got Russell Wilson. They signed back Melvin Gordon. Keywan Williams they signed, DJ Jones, defensive lineman, Randy Gregory. They have no business being number 2. No. Matter of fact, they should be like 10.
Picking up Russell, but that's the only thing they really did.
Right, they should be like 10. Like right, and they should be at 10. And number 2, absolutely
fuck around
not.
And still miss the playoffs.
Yep. Number 1 is the Los Angeles Chargers. I agree with this one. They got Khalil Mack if he can stay healthy. CJ Jackson, cornerback. They drafted Zion Wilson, offensive lineman. They need offensive lineman for their quarterback. Mike Williams, wide receiver. They re-signed him. Bryce Callahan, they signed cornerback. So they looks like they boasted.
They shouldn't be number 1 either.
Well, they got Khalil Mack. If Khalil Mack can stay healthy,
Khalil Mack hasn't made no noise since he left the Raiders.
Yeah, because he's been hurt.
And okay, so I say he's okay, but he's not that dominating force that he was. So he's not that the force. So why are they number 1? Because they grabbed him.
Because if he can stay healthy, he can be a force.
No, there ain't no if and all this shit. If Wilson became the best running back, the Eagles would win a Super Bowl.
Oh, here you go with this
Miles
one.
Sanders.
No, but this guy actually done something.
How long ago was that?
Okay, but that ain't the point. The point is if he can stay healthy, that is a good pick.
Khalil Mack hasn't done nothing in the last like 4 years.
Right.
And y'all still thinking that's like the greatest fucking trend
yes.
all season pickup. Get the hell out of here.
Yes. Former defensive player of the year. Has Miles Sanders been a former offensive player of the year?
How long ago was he defensive player of the year?
Let me see.
Man ain't did shit in years, man. I'm telling you.
It doesn't matter.
He was in the NFL. It doesn't matter.
2016.
That's when he was defensive player of the year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, if he can stay healthy, it's a good pick.
It's a good pickup, but it's not
but
the
then
best.
You also hold on before you say that. But you also have to mention, Philip, that his stats is not going to look good, or like you say, he hasn't done anything. You know, he's been doubled and triple teamed.
I don't care.
Okay.
If you one of the best players in the league, and most best players get doubled and triple teamed, you still got to get numbers.
Being doubled and triple teamed, and he was hurt.
Okay, so what happened them years when he was in Oakland getting double-digit sacks? He was still getting double teamed, and he was still getting them sacks. That's what made. That's how he got the big payday. That's how he made a name for himself. Now he ain't did nothing in 6 years. I gave him the benefit of the doubt and said,
"No, that's not true." Last year he played 7 games and he had 6 sacks. He kept getting hurt. Okay, his complete season 2020, he had 9 sacks, 5 combined tackles, 29 solo tackles, 3 fumbles.
First off,
3 fumbles.
He's a linebacker, right?
3 fumbles
So,
and
so
1
20,
interception.
20,
But
20
no, that he might not be that type of linebacker
Mm-mm.
that gets tackles like that.
Yeah, I was about to, so what I'm saying is he's not like his 9 sacks is good, but we have backup defensive linemen that get 9 sacks that 1 year, so that's not saying a lot. If you defensive player of the year and you're making the money he's making, he's supposed to put up numbers.
Yes, sir. But you being it's Chicago. You said he hasn't done anything since he left Oakland. But you also have to keep in mind it's Chicago, sir. And what else is there? So look, be on the lookout for Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
And we don't have make plays to go his way. It's more into it than what you're reading on the stats, sir. And I get it. I know what you're talking
what
about.
I'm saying is he hasn't done nothing. He ain't made no noise. Ain't been to no Pro Bowls. He ain't been doing nothing.
I just told you that's because he been doubled and triple teamed and he got hurt in 2021.
I ain't trying to hear that double triple team because a whole bunch of great defensive players get double and triple team. They still get
well. We say we don't
stacks.
We're not going to throw his way.
What
we're
I'm
not
saying,
going to run his way.
Right. So I watched this video with Asante Samuels and our boy LaShawn talking shit on Nnamdi. And they were saying the reason why he was all pro in Oakland because they didn't throw at him. Well, you're good when they don't throw at you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I watched that video, I was like, yo, they full of shit to be dogging him like that. Even though he didn't live up to his thing. Like, you can go on it and see that he squared up against the best corners when we played him. You know what I mean? And he got better advantage on some of those guys that he played against. And then they were saying, like, yeah, he was out of the league at 32. Well, shit, most corners out of the league at 32.
Mm-hmm.
Most players, for that matter, they, you know. So I just thought that was some bullshit that they was trying to dog him out like that.
So if you Nnamdi, do you go on that show and rebuttal or you just let it go?
Just let it go. Nnamdi, he making a whole bunch of money in Hollywood, you know what I mean? So he ain't worried about that.
Right.
But LaShawn, he spent all his money and never got that big payday that he was looking for in the end. And then what's the name? He act like he was one of the he act like he was one of the best corners in the league. And what's his name? Asante.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was better than Champ Bailey, which he wasn't. Champ Bailey got more interceptions and like tripled his tackles. So he can say what he want. The thing with what's his name? Asante, he was hit or miss. Either he gonna get an interception, he gonna get his ass bust. He ain't gonna break it up. He ain't gonna just shut you down. He gonna get an interception or he gonna get his ass bust.
Yes.
But once I watched that video, they started showing all these different highlights, and it was like Julio Jones versus Nnamdi when Nnamdi was on the Eagles, and Nnamdi shut him down. And then it was another receiver. Was it Marvin Harrison? It was another receiver that came up. I was like, they 2 games right there that he did for the Eagles that he did good. The thing was, they moved him out of position, and Asante was saying that don't make no difference what they make you do, and that got a lot to do with it. If you a man corner, they can't put you in zone. You know what I mean, and expect you to thrive like that.
Right.
You gotta whatever this person is doing that made him so great, you need him to do that for your team, not take him out of that position and make him into a different position player. You know what I mean? And that's what we did with Nnamdi.
Yes.
And a lot of people didn't like Nnamdi because he kept to himself and he eat his lunch in his car. Well, shit, so what? I do the same thing. I mean, I don't sit in my car, but I eat my lunch by myself. Like, I don't sit in the break room with all them chicks eating lunch.
Mm-hmm. Well, our break room only have 1 table, and I think it's only 1 seat in there, so it ain't no congregating.
We have I want to say we have like a long table and 2 smaller tables, and usually it's just the girls in there yapping away and eating their lunch. Then we have a conference room right next to it. Sometimes I sit in the conference room. I'll be in there by myself, just chilling, watching the videos or something while I eat my lunch. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I go to the big windowsills, like a real big windowsill. You can just like sit on the edge. I sit right there and eat my lunch. Sometimes I just go outside and go to the park across the street. Mm-hmm. But I never and they always say that too, like you never, you know what I mean, sit with us and eat. No, I'm good.
So, what's your thoughts on the report that the Sixers want to move the stadium to what's that? That'll be 9th and Market.
Mm-hmm.
To 9th and
Fashion
Market.
District spot.
Yes. What's your thoughts on that move?
I'm cool with that because I don't really go to the Fashion District, so we don't need it.
Oh shit! Well, the Fashion District isn't going away, Phil.
Is they going to put it on? No, yes, they are. That's the spot.
I thought they was just going to
Nope. That whole spot right there, they taking away.
See, I thought that they were just going to add on to it.
Nah, they taking it away. They going to add on, all right. They gonna take that whole joint. They gonna have their own little shops and stores and shit like that.
Okay.
But when they show where the fashion districts got on the map, and then they show where the stadium is going to be at, it just swallowed that whole space up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to fuck up downtown and make it more cluttered than what it already is. But I'm cool with that because a lot of stadiums have cities have their stadium downtown. We don't.
Agreed. You have Madison Square Garden, the Mecca, of course, in the middle of the city. Of course, you got the Barclays in downtown Brooklyn. Washington Stadium, I don't know the name of it, is downtown, in the middle of downtown. So a lot of major metropolitan cities, like as you just mentioned, their stadiums is in the middle of the city. It ain't like way out yonder somewhere.
And with that going like that will help clean up the city too. I mean, it ain't too bad down there, but it'll be better.
So you saying they're gonna get rid of the methadone clinic? That'll be right across the street from the stadium.
Of course they will.
Why you just laugh?
Because you brought it up.
All right, so where all the people from the methadone clinic going to go? They'll be outside rocking and rolling.
West Philly.
Oh, the hood. They're going to bring them in the hood, huh? Yeah. And did you read the comments on how the people said they don't want it there? And they will never go to a game anymore.
Yeah, I saw that. Now, if you're not going to go to a game, then you ain't a fan anyway. Just because the team move, all of a sudden you don't want to go. Oh, I can't. I'm not going to the city. When they think of Philly and in the city, because a lot of these people that's commenting is in the suburbs. Yeah, they thinking there's rapists, murderers, and fucking people jacking you left and right everywhere in Center City, which is not.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead. Would you go ahead?
No, I was just saying, like they just put all the bad shit that happened in Philly. They just label Philly as one area when it's not. You have different areas.
Yes.
Crime, like most cities. Most cities have a bad area. Mm-hmm. That don't make downtown the bad area.
Right. It's a story. I want to tell you this story, but I'll wait till after we done recording about this. I don't think I should say it because it doesn't involve me. It's just what somebody told me. I got a whole bunch of stories about this type of subject, people being downtown, but this one I thought is funny. Yeah, a lot of for some reason, like Philip said, people are just scared to come down. I don't know what's going. If you in the basketball and you go to the Sixers game, of course the parking is probably going to be indoors. You're not going to park outside. You park indoors. You go to the basketball game and you take your ass home. Like, what's going to happen in between there? You're not even going to go outside because you're going to be parking in there. 9 times out of 10, they probably going to have some underground parking underneath. Or, we forgetting what's the name? The PPA parking lot, the one that's across the street from the winery that you were talking about. That's, that's connected to the fashion district. So, yeah, that would probably be the parking lot there. I forgot all about it. That'll be the Sixers parking lot.
And like you said, you go to the game. After the game, you know it's going to be a whole bunch of cops down there. There's nothing going on right after the game in Center City with cameras everywhere. Come on. Now.
Right. So on the movie and TV front, please tell us, Phil, about this week's episode of The Chi.
Oh my goodness! I gotta fight myself to make it through an episode, man. She's crazy.
Okay, how about when it started off with the girl in the room with the guy that was doing a cosplay? Didn't she look like a damn 20-something-year-old woman standing there? Yep. I'm like, damn, and she's like she's taller than him.
Well, that's what she said. She was like, "Who is this lady?" I'm like, "That's a new girl."
Right. Facially, she looked like she's like in her early 20s with a 16-year-old boy. And the big girl too. She looked like old auntie. Now she got all the wisdom and all that stuff. With the little girl, look like old auntie.
She just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. But that show is terrible. I'm sorry.
It is. Then the girl said she got a lot of life to live. She don't want the baby. And then as soon as her dad say, "Well, we gotta get rid of this," oh no, it's not your decision. Now she want to keep the baby. Like whatever the dad say, she just want to go against.
Right. And you notice they didn't mention the words abortion. Is that like forbidden to say on television or something?
I ain't even peeped that.
Yeah, but they talk about the father asked it. No, the father didn't say it. The Jason Weaver's character, I don't know his name, asked everybody, have you ever fucked the house music? But yet they couldn't say the word abortion on television. Right. Yeah, no, they never used the term abortion on there.
I know they said take care of and all this type stuff. Yeah.
Right. And my man Luke James, man, what the hell, Luke? And boy, he wide open for the new Mr. Mrs.
I mean, I guess he cool. He an actor. He like, I get this money. I do what I got to do and show my acting skills. But to me, it's like there's only so much stuff you can stoop to low like that. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing it. I wouldn't have did it the first time, and I guess that's why the other brother bounced.
Right.
And they're making it seem like it's a secret, but this dude is running for a political office. That would come up in a heartbeat because everybody know he was like arm in arm with his old girlfriend.
Yes.
And so everybody know he was messing with her. And now every time he's around this girl, he's always in the corner talking to her. They would put 2 and 2 together and they'd be all over the world.
Well, remember Jason Weaver had said something to him about that when they was in that meeting, that town meeting. He had said something to him about that. Like, why are you all around her? You gonna mess it up and everything. He didn't care. He ready to just risk everything all for him.
Yeah. It's crazy. That's what he like. And I listened to what's the comedian bull? Oh shit, I can't think.
Godfrey?
Nah, he's a loudmouth. Got a little weight on him. He be talking shit.
On that Corey Holcomb?
Corey Holcomb, there you go. I was listening to him and he was talking about that acting and stuff. And he said it's all acting and stuff when you're just doing your lines and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Dialogue and all that. He said, but once you start kissing on them and doing and love scenes and all that, that's a man you're doing with, regardless of acting or not. That's a man. And he said, if you're doing stuff like that, that's what you like. And I'm right along with him on that.
And our lady listeners of the Judgmental Film Leroy, the Judgmental Podcast, a bunch of men is not going to talk like that when it's a woman around. Like, yeah, man, yeah. And then the father talk about oral sex, and this is a father. The kids, the man's son is sitting right there, and he gonna talk about oral sex.
And then like, talking about celibate and not getting none for a long time and all this stuff. You're talking all of this with a female right here. That's crazy.
Exactly. Well, she's like almost like the best thing of the show. She's very pretty, and she has like $1 million smile.
She's retarded too.
Oh, I'm talking about her looks. I ain't talking about what's going on with the show. No. She's got a real pretty smile and very pretty skin. And she's very good looking. Her only problem is she's a 30-year-old woman with 2 kids, and she looked like she's like 15.
Is that how old she is?
Yeah. She's 30.
Oh shit.
Yep.
I know she was older than when she acted, but I didn't know she was that old.
Yep. Yeah, that's like the best thing. She's the best thing a part of the show. So we can talk about this. We talk about the Chi. Oh yeah. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I think we talked about this on your brother's episode. We only watch this shit to goof on it. I don't watch this shit to be all into it like that. Disempower, I only watch that shit to goof on it. That's number 1. And number 2, I only watch it because it comes on early. Like the show comes on Sunday night, and that shit be released on like a Thursday or something, if I'm not mistaken. But that's the only reason why. So I can listen. I can look at it on Thursday. I can look at 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It's just a weird ass show. Like the mayor roaming around and having a meeting and want to strong arm these guys, and they don't know that that's the mayor. And nobody ever asked him, why'd you leave? Where you been?
That's what I said. That whole scene was stupid because they was sitting in the garage at a table. This guy opens up a garage door and nobody get up and hear that.
Right.
Y'all got a gun on him, but then he wound up taking the gun from y'all, and then he walks away. I want 20%. Y'all like, all right. He walks away. You can just shoot him in his head and say, fuck your 20%.
Right. And how about how he pulled the gun out the gangster way, sideways? Like, does people really shoot that way, or that's some TV shit?
I don't know. I ain't never seen nobody shoot like that in the military. So
exactly. Hey, he just come along and take 10% out of what?
20%.
20%. Was they 20% out of what? Was they making money like that?
Yeah, they was
Stealing
making.
packages?
Yes, they was making money, and then he getting a cut of it.
Okay. And a cut for what? Like, what you gonna do to make me give you this 20%?
Let him live.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You should just shot him in the head and said, "The hell with that."
Mm-hmm. All right, so we talked about the shy. Now let's talk about this week's Fear Thy Neighbor. I swear, ladies and gentlemen, mental illness. Just because you can be mental illness and pay your bills and take care of your family, but both of those guys were completely nuts. First of all, we got the goddamn neighborhood mayor. Like, hey, yeah,
Anytime you have an unofficial neighborhood mayor, that's trouble. Somebody that
yes.
think they got authority and they ain't got it.
Yes. And then he gets on the guy because he didn't participate in the neighborhood barbecue. So what? I wouldn't participate in a neighborhood barbecue neither.
Exactly. And you see how everybody having a good time at the barbecue, but the neighborhood mayor just keeps staring at the bull house and shit. Like, why he ain't come out here and shit?
Uh-huh.
Like, damn, mind your business. If he want to be left alone, and that's what he said, he just wanted to be left alone when he moves around there. And this guy keep coming on his property, keep fucking with him.
Yep. And we got this guy. Okay, this guy gets upset that people parked in front of his house. He boxed this lady in the car as she was at the party. She boxed him in. He boxed her in. And then, like Philip said, the guy didn't want to be bothered. The guy pulled the gun on the neighborhood mayor 2 times. When you going to give it up and leave him the hell alone?
Well, you skipped the part how he put his Halloween decoration out.
Oh yeah, and the kid got scared.
Yeah, neighborhood mayor's son got scared and was scared to get out the car, so he wouldn't have knocked on his door. Can you take your decoration down? We don't like that in the neighborhood. All it was like skulls and shit. I do that in front of my house. I wish somebody would knock up and say, "Can you take it down?" And then he was being a jerk and a smarter because after Halloween passed, he left it up and just kept decorating it for the new holiday. That's being a little extra, but I think he was doing that because he knew the mayor didn't like it, and the mayor had the balls to come over there and tell him to take it down.
Yes. Yeah, that's the reason why he did it, just so to keep fucking with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if the kid was scared, tell him like, look, suck it up. Ain't nothing but a darn skull.
Right, you going out for Halloween and trick or treating, then you gonna see more shit than that.
Exactly.
And then the last draw when he was talking to the guy with his golf club. Why you walking up on him like that? First off, stay on your property. You got no business going over there with your golf club.
Yes. The damn neighborhood mayor. Yeah, I'm like the neighborhood mayor. Okay, you're nuts. Just how about you? You forgetting the part how he was playing with his daughter in the backyard, and the neighborhood mayor came up with a camera and started recording him.
Mm-hmm.
Now come on now. Now you just fucking with him. Now if he pull your gun and shoot you, then you the one gonna be crying and everything. No, leave him the fuck alone.
Yep, and that's all he wanted. He just wanted to be left alone. But this neighborhood mayor had to just keep fucking with him. Fucking poking the bear, they say.
Right. So ladies and gentlemen who didn't watch it, the guy was in the back with his daughter. I guess they was like playing with a soccer ball or kicking a soccer ball or something.
Catch or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the neighborhood mayor was sitting in his house and heard all the noise in the back. So he goes out there and walks in the back and looks at him. He pulls out his phone and started recording them, the man and his daughter playing in their backyard. And he starts recording them, and they got in an argument about that. Now, come on, and then they try to say it was because he was drinking. Yeah, okay, please. You know you was wrong for doing that.
And see, that's what I don't understand too. A lot of times, like even on this episode, they were out front arguing, but the ladies was just sitting in the house thinking, "Oh, that's just them arguing again." Like, no, go get his ass and tell him bring his ass in here. Like they just let these dudes argue and carry on and stuff until somebody's dead. And then you crying, oh, he was the greatest. He would have never hurt a fly. No, you should have got him away from that guy. Y'all know he had a gun. Y'all know he was acting crazy. So leave him alone. He don't want to be bothered. Leave him alone.
Exactly. So, well, it ended where as though the guy shot the neighborhood mayor. He shot him once, and then it was like 10 seconds. He shot him again. Then he tried to place a knife. Next to him. This is how insane you are. Don't you know they're going to check and see if his fingerprints and all that stuff is not on that knife? He said, well, your DNA is on that knife. You're like, oh, maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, he was stuck on stupid. I think he didn't have to do all that. If the guy approaches him with a club, he could have just blasted him and said, "I felt for my life. You know, he on my property with a club trying to hit me."
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he probably still would have went to jail, but it would have been murder first degree.
well, remember when he was walking up to him and he was like backing away,
Right.
and he was like, "Hey, what's going on? Oh no, what's going on?" Oh. And then he just got fed up and he just went and got his gun and pointed to him.
Well, the guy liked it. The guy liked that he had fear in that other guy because the guy kept backing up and he had that club. If you just went over there to talk to him, you went over there with a club in your hand. Right. And that's what I'm saying. So if he went and got his gun, I mean, you can't come back to where the danger is at. But the guy is on your property with a club, so it's easy to believe that he was over there starting shit. Mm-hmm. So like I said, he probably would have went to jail, but it wouldn't have been first degree.
Right. So did you watch this week's episode of Married at First Sight?
Yeah, this shit is so boring right now. It's like it's a pain in the ass. It takes so long to get through, and it's all fluff.
Well, finally, they'll be going to their honeymoon next week. Well, Ben and his lady is getting married because Ben had the COVID, so they had to delay it.
They should have got her a replacement. They shouldn't even messing around with this dude in his COVID, because even when he finally clears protocol, how you know he ain't got no lingering effects and shit?
Right. And then you have the environmentalist. The environmentalist is not really into his lady like that. And this guy's a environmentalist that go out and protest and all that stuff and everything. Don't he have to have a woman that's like-minded like him?
Mm-hmm. Which guy is this you talking about?
The bald-headed one. He's like the one that cut his did he cut himself shaving, or was it the lady that was?
Yeah, that guy's a weirdo. That's gonna be the fucking drama couple right there. Them two.
Yeah.
He said a surfboard hit him in the head.
I thought somebody cut him.
He said the surfboard hit him. I said that's bullshit. He probably was in the bar drinking and somebody cracked him upside his head with a bottle.
Oh, okay.
But he said it was a surfboard.
Mm-hmm. And he's like a strict environmentalist and go out protesting. And he gave up his job to work in environment. I forget what he does for a living now. And he's the type that'll be going and protesting, save the whales and all that type of shit. And that woman is not into that shit like that. And God bless her, because she just want a man. Because remember, she got damn near ditched at the altar. Mm-hmm. And she just want a man in her life. Oh, he ditched her and he put her in debt. Don't forget that part. Mm. And she just want somebody in her life. And I just look at her and like, damn, you just want somebody to talk to, come home to.
Well, the guy, first off, why nobody asked him what happened to his head? Now, one person, he got this big ass band-aid and scar on his head with two little bruises on the back of his head. Now, one person asked him about that. Because if I saw that, I'd be like, yo, what happened to your head? You know what I mean? Ask him about that. Then you see how bright and smiley he was when he saw the girl mom. And now he don't even like the girl.
Yeah. So we got the black couple, the boss queen. How she looked funny when the girl was talking about, hey, yeah, like maybe we can go out hiking and all that stuff. She like, look, you ain't gonna be no hiking with you over here. She had that look on her face. There ain't gonna be no hiking. I just don't understand, how's this man, if this guy is so great and everything like that, why you ain't with him?
Because he already banged her and they better off being friends. That can happen.
Okay. But okay, so they done banged. And the new wife is gonna go hiking with you? No.
Well, because now they're real good friends. They're not messing around anymore. I can believe that, but I believe they did have something going on, because he said he used to hike with her and they used to watch the sunset. Who doing all that and ain't doing nothing with no girl?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So they definitely rocked and rolled, and then the new wife is getting mad because any girl gonna get mad when their husband best friend is a female that's attractive. You know what I mean?
Right.
If she was 300 pounds, she wouldn't care no one bit.
Nope. So it's gonna be trouble there, and it's gonna be their trouble is going to be him having, as you just said, all those attractive female friends he have. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be some trouble there, and our 6'8" dude is smitten with this girl, and he ready to give up his celibacy for that girl.
Then you gonna get something? I mean, she is a freak, John, probably, because she was talking.
Yeah, it's up to, if he makes the move, she with it, but she's not going to start anything off. Yeah, she's not going to do that. But if he make the first move, she'll be with it.
I feel bad for him because he's so happy about this girl. This is like his dream girl or something. And she not really feeling him, but she keeps saying that too. Like, I was so superficial and I wasn't attracted to him at first, but now I got to know him and I really like him.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you have the doctor couple. I guess they all right for now, but next week he's saying that he ain't really into her like that.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone we missing out? No.
I can't pay attention with the wedding and all this stuff. After this is when the show started picking up. But all this stuff is just get on my goddamn nerves.
No, you got everything. The only one that did Ben, because he had the COVID. That's the only one that didn't get married. But you got everything. But yes, it's they need to do some editing. And this wedding shit should be cut down to one episode. Now remember the first episode was like 2 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
Now they could have just did the whole weddings right there.
Yep.
And at 2 hours.
We on season episode 3 and we still doing weddings and shit.
Yep.
Like, god damn.
Mm-hmm. So anything on the movie front? Well, first of all, any other TV shows you looked at?
Well, I did watch Where Are They Now? Married at First Sight.
Uh-huh.
So did you watch the one with the brother that's a liar and just can't stop lying? Remember I told you to watch that season?
He's brown skin. He's kind
black.
of
He's a black guy. Yeah, got a little weight on him. He lied and said he teach yoga. Did you watch that season?
Yeah. Did the
yeah, the girlfriend, she was like, how much money do you make and all this stuff, and he just kept lying and shit. He lied about everything. He ordered a goddamn vacation thing in Jamaica, but he ain't buy a Jamaican trip.
Mm-hmm.
Swam with the dolphins in Jamaica for like their anniversary, but he never bought the trip itself.
Right.
I watched the Where Are They Now on that season, and
now is this off the internet or?
Yeah, it was on YouTube.
Okay, all right.
And he got married to a girl, and she was doing like a question and answering because a lot of people wanted to ask her like, "You stupid for getting with him" or whatever. And she was like, for a whole year he was pursuing her, but she couldn't stand the way he perked his lips up. And I said the same thing. She like, why you keep doing that thing with his lips? But she said after a whole year of him trying to get with her, she finally gave in and went out with him, and it worked out or whatever. But he's in a she said he goes to a class because they asked him like, is he still lying? And she's like, he don't lie to me. And they said, is he a compulsive liar? And she said, yeah, he's a compulsive liar. He has to go to a class. It's like AA or something. But
shit.
But it's for liars. He has to go there like once a week or some shit. You know what I mean?
And this is somebody she want to marry.
They're married. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She married him. She got a kid, and he calls himself a daddy, a daughter daddy, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Is that his kid or
no? It's her kid.
Okay, all right.
And it was just talking about different ones. The other girl, the one that was with the modeling dude that played her and tried to talk to her girlfriend and wouldn't stay in the house with her. She had moved, she moved to Mexico. And she stayed in Mexico for like 6 months, I think. And then she came back here. And she started dating somebody from one of them other shows, but then she just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was it? The one girl that they said was a scientist, they come to find out that she was a last-minute fill-in. She wasn't supposed to be on the show. So they didn't really do their background on her. Well, she wasn't a scientist. She didn't have her PhD or a master's. And they said, what else did they say about her? She had a suspended driver's license. She lived with her mom.
Damn.
But she's still posting online and she's taking all these pictures and stuff in bikinis and she's doing some vacationing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was it? My man, he don't go on the internet at all. He like fell off the map. The dude that she was beefing with. After they said only 2 couples ever got weddings and all. And that was that couple and then it was the black couple. They both got weddings and all. Who else was it? Was it anybody else? I think that's it. But they was like talking about the girls and stuff, and I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm. And any other TV shows?
I've been watching Yellow Jackets. I watched the last episode of that.
Okay. How you like it?
It was okay. I mean, it was a little out there, but it was all right. You know what it's about, right?
No.
But they like a soccer girls team, and their plane crashed, so they're surviving and losing their mind at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So they show the girls doing the surviving on the island. It's like 3 guys and probably like, I don't know, 12 girls. But 2 of the guys are brothers and their dad died on the plane. And then you got the coach. The coach, he's like a Puerto Rican dude or whatever. but he only got one leg because his leg got crushed. And when they moved the thing to try to lift his leg out, they saw his leg was like fucking mush meat underneath it. So the one girl took the axe and cut his leg off so he could survive. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She cut like all the mush part off, and then she took like a torch or something and burned like the nub so to stop the bleeding. So he can't stand her. He like, get away from me, don't leave me around. I'm like, damn, this girl.
Well, he just saved her life.
Yeah, she kept him alive, but this girl was infatuated with him. So on the last episode, he was like, I'm gay. I like Mike. And she like, well, who the fuck is Mike? This is some boyfriend dude back home or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he really saying that, because you got to remember, these girls are in high school, and the guy, he's like an adult. So maybe that's,
Right. Christina Ricci is not in this?
Yeah, she's in it. She's fucking
then what
psycho.
did she play?
She's fucking psycho. So they flash back and forth. So in the future part of this show, they're like today's time, and they show them like as adults. Not all of them survive, but the ones that did survive, they get like crazy messages, and they got like a ransom to get all this money, or their secret that they did on the island gonna be exposed. So it's like back and forth like that.
Okay, so she's one of the ladies from the island that like grew up, and that's Christina Ricci.
She survived, yeah. She's one.
Okay, all right.
But she's also the one that cut my man Nubs off, his leg off and shit like that too. She's like psycho.
Oh, okay. All right. Anything in the movie front?
Movies, I saw Black Phone. That surprised me. That was pretty good.
Okay.
It's like I don't even think it's rated R, but it was like a good flick. I thought it could have been like a real movie. It was kind of decent. You know what I mean? It surprised me because I thought it was gonna be some bullshit.
And that just came out, right?
Yeah. It got our boy from Training Day.
Oh, Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. Yeah, he's the guy. It was pretty good. I liked it. Mm-hmm. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a 7. It was a good movie. It's like little kids as a star, pretty much.
Okay. Anything else?
And then I just saw last night, I watched Last Seen Alive. That was a good movie too.
What's that?
It got our boy Gerald Butler, from 300.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That just also came out too, right?
Yeah, it just came out. His wife goes missing at the gas station, so he fucking raises hell trying to find her. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of twists in the story too. I don't want to give too much away because you're probably gonna watch it. Mm-hmm. But his girl's fucked up, and I'm surprised he went out looking for her to save her life.
You thought he'd have said the hell with it, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Well, because what happened was they was at the house. She had already cheated on him, but he forgave her. But then he was fixing the boat, and he was like, "Yeah, baby, I just put the new engine on the boat." She come out, she was like, "Look, we need to talk." He's like, "What's up?" She's like, "We need some time apart." You know what I mean? I just need some time to think about some things. He's like, "Oh, you just want some time so you can do what you want, have your fun, and then come running back to me." You know what I mean? And she was like, "No, I just need some time, this and that." So he all upset because she already cheated on him. Now she asks for more time. So she's like, "I'm gonna pack some things. Can you take me to my mom's?" And he goes to take her to her mom's, and that's when he go to the gas station, and she come up missing from the gas station. Mm-hmm. But she comes up missing on her own fault.
So what, she like just walk away or something? Or
she's on camera. She comes out of, he's pumping gas. She goes in the store for some water. And when she come out of the store, she see one, because they're in the town he drove to that town where her mom lived at to drop her off. So when she's coming out of the gas station, she run into one of her old schoolmates or whatever. So he talking to her, and he's like, "Yeah, I got an invoice. Can you get us to your mom since you're going to your mom's?" Because her dad is like some big dog or whatever, like, I don't know, businessman or whatever. So he got an invoice for him or something. So she goes over to the car to get the invoice from him, and that's when he fucking drags her in the car and takes off with her. So my man never even seen his wife, and he like, "Yo, what the fuck? Taking so long?" So he go in this gas station looking around. She ain't in there. He checked the bathrooms. He asked my man behind the register, "Yo, you see my wife?" He like, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about." You know what I mean? People come in here all day. He on that tip. And I don't blame him because you work at the gas station. People come all day long. So he looking around, can't find her. He called the cops. Cops come. They said, "We need to see some camera footage." He like, "Yeah, the cameras don't work." You know what I mean? So my man, Gerald Butler, he's into like cameras and technology and all that shit. Mm-hmm. So when he said the cameras don't work, the cops like, "All right, whatever." So my man like goes outside. He started looking around. He see a camera that's flashing. So he like, one of these cameras on, they got to feed my man. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. He fuck him up, snatched the joint, take it to the cops. It's all right. It was stupid because when he took that joint to the cops, the fucking camera feed VCR thing,
right?
He took it to the cops. The cops was like, yeah, Dad, we need to take you in the room and talk to you. You got life insurance on your wife, and start doing all this. I'm like, hold on, why are they questioning him like he a suspect when you got a lead? This guy told you the cameras don't work, and now you got footage that his wife was there at the place and then went missing. Now you questioning him like he a suspect. So he had to pretty much go on his own and like find out the what happened. Here, his wife fooled around with the bull, and this dude was into like making meth and all this, got a whole operation. His wife tell him that, yeah, my husband make all this money or whatever. So that's what happened. They snatched her up for ransom. Like, she set herself up. She fooled around on her husband, and then she told the fucking dude that her husband had all his dough, so they snatched her up to get some ransom out of it.
Right. So what would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I liked it. I would give it like a 6.
Okay. Any other movies?
And that's about it. How about you?
The only movie I saw was The Wrath of Man with Jason Statham. I guess it came out last year, maybe.
I'm just talking about, yeah, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, it was a good movie about I can't really say it without giving it away. So it's about bank rob. It's about robbing. They weren't robbing banks. They were robbing those armored trucks.
Okay.
So I'll just leave it at that because there's a lot of because if I start telling you about what the subject, then it'll be like me giving away the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I know what you're talking about. I put it in the queue.
I like it because it's I like these quote unquote old school action movies because we are in an age now where all action movies is superheroes and special effects and all that stuff. They rarely shoot guns and all and karate kick each other anymore. But this one has all that stuff in it. Well, he doesn't really do any karate kicking. He mostly just shoot people. But we really don't see those type of and then going for revenge. Remember all in the days, the movies that they all had to go for revenge and get the guys and all that shit. It's one of those type of movies. So I'll give it probably on the same rating that you gave your last movie. I'll give it probably maybe about a 6.5.
Last Seen Alive.
Yeah, I give it about a 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening to us. You can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at P&L Judgmental, Instagram at _judgmental, or you can email us at pnljudgmental@gmail.com. All right, folks.
All right. Peace out.
All right. Thanks for listening.
I can tell you're mad at me just by how your face look. You can check the status on my level, not my Facebook. Comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, woke that, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own. That's why I produce the track. Don't wonder where my crew is at. They'll be back. Niggas see me walking on the block and look like, who is that? Who is that? People always wanna know where my friends is at, like we attached. I don't need no crew to produce the same effect.